Well, last week, Jim Ferguson brought us a few of the actors in the spooky film Annabelle Creations, and today he's back with the brains behind the movie, the director.
Yeah, David Sandberg, who actually is from Sweden, and as a high school student, he made a little short horror film, and that was his
intro into the horror,
into that genre.
Yeah.
And of course, now he lives in L.A. and he did the Annabelle.
Yes.
Annabelle Creation. She's back, and she's #1 at the box office.
35 mil over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to miss her putting her back, you know.
I think you should put her back in the box, or else she'll just sort of appear somewhere in the middle of the night. But you say the movie's spooky, but it's really kind of meant to be a fun experience.
Yeah, it is, and it really appeals to 20-year-olds and that age group because they talk to the screen and they make it a comedy, and that was the whole idea. But look at the success of this movie. I mean, these horror movies like this.
Successful, and David was happy with the results too, and you got to talk to him.
I did, and you want to meet him?
Let's meet
David
him.
Sandberg from Sweden. As I mentioned to you before we started, I did the original Annabelle junket, and I didn't hear as much as at this screening of talking back to the screen. They didn't do that so much in the original, but this one, there was a lot of shouting and help and trying to help the actors get out of those situations. Yeah. That's a good sign, I think.
Yeah, and it's fun as a filmmaker when you see that engagement from the audience. You know, it's very rewarding to see that. Oh, they're actually really into the movie, and they get scared, and they care about these characters.
You think you're going to help the kid? Yeah, it's the prequel. Of course, it goes back before the one I did, which was later. Yeah, and the Conjuring series. This was Annabelle Creation. Can we blame the doll maker, played by Anthony?
Absolutely, you can. It's all Anthony's fault.
It's all. I told him that it was all his fault. He created Annabelle.
Yeah, it started with him.
We see in this story 6 young ladies accompanied by a nun, a sister, and I just thought they were outstanding.
Yes.
To make this work.
Yeah, I mean, for the young kids, you know, we had extensive auditions. We searched a lot to find kids of this caliber, but they were really great. I mean, they're so professional, and you know, it was a pleasure working with them. The only problem was that you have very limited hours with children, you know. So once the time is up, the time is up, which makes it difficult to, like, you have to really get everything you need before the time is up.
And then, of course, Anthony and Miranda did a great job as the parents, too.
Very lucky to have such great actors like Anthony and Miranda and Stephanie, who are, you know, makes your job as a director very easy because you don't have to, like, drag a performance out of them. It's just, they get into it so naturally and so smoothly that as a director you can focus on the sort of technical issues that come up because you know that the actors need very little direction.
We use the term special effects. Well, in Annabelle Creations, I thought the effects were special. And particularly, the house is a character.
Yes. No, I mean, the house was so important. And we had a great production designer, Jennifer Spence, who designed the whole house in such a way that we tried to figure out all these little things that could lead to scary things. Like we had a lot of sort of nooks and crannies and hallways. And all these things.
Private rooms where Annabelle was kept.
Absolutely, yeah. So the set really inspired a lot of scares that weren't even in the script, that sort of came out of that house. So,
in my last 30 seconds, any unusual happenings on set?
Not that I saw, no, but we did have this set blessed by a priest, so...
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Because the first one, they had a lot of situations.
I heard about that, yeah.
Well, should we say finally goodbye to Annabelle?
Yes,
Warner Brothers is very happy with Annabelle. $35 million at the first weekend.
They are, but let's say bye to her. She's
Aaron,
creepy.
get her out of here.
Get her out of here, Aaron. Hey, nice toss. See ya, Annabelle. So really quick,
goodbye to Annabelle.
What would you say to the critics of this movie?
Well, don't take it seriously. It's a horror comedy, horror/comedy. It's been done before.
It's supposed to be fun. And speaking of fun, on Friday, you're bringing us a really great actor.
We'll go from a comedy horror to a comedy.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go back 36 years.
Incredible. Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, 1981, for Stripes.
One of his first roles, and you said it was just a wonderful interview, and we can't wait to see it as always. And it's going to be sort of a two-part thing because we'll have him on Friday,
right?
And the following Tuesday we'll have him as always. Jim, thank you for
I think the interview originally was 15 minutes, so we're going to split it up and have Bill Friday and next Tuesday.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Now, for even more of these celebrity interviews, just visit TucsonMorningBlend.com and search for Hollywood Happenings.